There's only one man who would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star!
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
You wanna know how I got these scars?
Today, Junior?
It's the Al Travis Show. We're lucky to have me. He's Garrett Jax in. Garrett Jax, how are you doing, my friend?
You know, Al, when I watch that Christmas game and I see our defense doing this, I'm going, where was that the whole season?
Oh,
that game, everyone that we cannot win, and you go, what was that?
Yeah, the thing is, the defense is probably the only reason we even have half the wins that we do have. But let's talk a little bit about that. So Minnesota now is 8-8, right? Detroit is 8-8. The Bears 9-6-1, a half game, if you will, ahead of us.
You mean the Packers?
We have the Packers. I'm sorry, and we have the Packers coming up last game of the season. Garrett, could you think of one game in the entire year we could have won that we lost? We could be going into this Packer game with a win-and-get-in attitude. That's how close this was, and we stunk most of this year.
Yes, I think it has to be that either the Bears' second game where we get that lead and then the kickoff happens, or it could have been the Eagles one where they overturned the Hawkinson touchdown.
Yep.
We win that one. But you are 100% correct.
Yeah,
we're wiped in the mix, and it just sucks. But we get to play spoilers. We played spoilers for two teams now. So
we did, but we don't get to spoil the Packers. They are in, so they may not even play a whole lot of their guys. I don't know what they'll do, if they'll sit out or not, if they'll take that one for the team. But I don't know if we're going to get JJ back by then, 10 days in, or if we're going to go with Brosmer. Do you think we can beat the Pack?
You know, I really am concerned because that game, besides our defense, I honestly thought halfway through, Detroit's moving the ball and go, okay, defense did the part. And again, the offense does not do anything. I think you saw Jefferson upset about it. Addison was getting all upset. And we start out good, and then we lose plays back and forth, and we lose guys back and forth.
Yep.
I think it'll just be who we have healthy.
Other than the one Addison run for 65 yards, you take that out, we're not even at 100 yards rushing, but it's the yards passing, 51. Now, we were seeing that. This is what's so sad about the people I was with for Christmas. We're literally charting very early on that we were moving backwards on pass plays between sacks and tackles for loss. That it was like the middle of the fourth quarter before we were in positive yardage with the passing. Is that all Brosmer? I don't know if it's the way we set things up. Maybe I don't care because we won the ball game. But did you not feel about halfway through the fourth that we're going to lose this thing and have we got 6 total, but 5 turnovers plus in the category? I thought it was going to be a first ever. A team would turn over 5 times and win.
It reminded me of last year's Detroit versus Houston game where basically both teams are turning over and Detroit comes out and wins that game. Every time we got the ball back, defense does their job to get a fumble or pick.
Yep.
We do, and I don't blame Brosmer for this. I think the coaching, they always try to do too much. Let him do something. But again, it's just too much. And some of it was the quickness of the throws, or the offensive line is basically injured. Because
what do you want on the Detroit, the Green Bay game then on Sunday? Do you want Brosmer to just finish the season and be done and let JJ just sit there and get healthy? Do you want to see a little JJ? Do we need to see more JJ? I think he's got 4 games he's played in all season long. What are your thoughts for the game on Sunday?
This is from a team players side of it. I would say see how he is by Friday and then make the decision.
Okay.
Because you don't want to be oh, we can't do it, because basically it's just how he feels. But again, we've seen it before. He struggled with injuries and all that. I will give him credit. He is player who's gone through basically everything we've given him. So it's like,
yeah,
I would say
everything except protection. He's never had a lot of protection on the front line. I want to switch over quick to the basketball. I don't think the NBA did itself any service putting that Denver Nuggets game at 9:30 at flippin' night, for heaven's sakes, because it was the best game, probably one of the best games of the season in the NBA, in that the Timberwolves and Nuggets go round and round. And to be quite frank, started at 9:30. I did not see the second half. I went to bed. I went to bed at the second half. But it was a good game. And I read about it in the next half. Ant does some miraculous stuff to get it tied after a regulation, which was great, and you're pumped up. And then overtime, Ant gets kicked out. Finch gets kicked out. I think Rudy got kicked out with his 6th foul. And we end up losing to the Nuggets. Now, you can lose to the Nuggets overtime. There's no dissing in that. But Garrett, 2 days later, they take on the Brooklyn Nets, a 9-win basketball team, the youngest team in basketball, a team with the worst defensive rating of all time in basketball this year. Anyway, we lose 123-107. What is with this ball team, this Timberwolves team?
I don't have the answer for you. This is the same team that we can see. We go out and we beat the number 1 team who's not even looking like a number 1 team right now, because basically they've lost 3 times in a row to San Antonio.
Well, okay, but it's San Antonio and us and one of their teams the only people that can beat these guys. Oklahoma City will be fine. I don't think they get the record. And San Antonio is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, sir, they're both in our division. We can't give up games to crappy teams and think we're going to be anybody, right?
Yeah. Right, 100%. We cannot do that. But I know it's probably like this timing and everything. But, I mean, this was the same thing last year. We lose to Utah, and then we go off and we win a whole bunch more games. So,
see, but Ant said something like that in the paper. He said that, Timberwolves did what Timberwolves do. Like, somehow that's okay for them to do. And if you're okay with languishing in 6th spot, and literally just a game and a half above Phoenix, if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But if you want to be OKC, you want to be the new San Antonio, you want to be the new Denver, you don't lose to crappy teams. You might lose to a good team, but you won't lose to a crappy one. I don't think we set ourselves up for success when we have that mindset that we'll just play when it matters.
It's about the mindset too, but I don't mean to flip it on something else. But I will say Houston, with that great team of, you have KD, you have all those guys.
Yeah.
I think last week or something like that, you lose to Utah.
Yeah.
In overtime, and then you lose to the Clippers.
Yeah.
The Clippers of all teams.
I don't, as much as Houston's got better with KD, I don't think they're really a team that's going to be fighting for the division. I really don't see it. San Antonio, if they keep playing like they're doing and beating OKC, I think that could be really fun to see that in the Western Conference. Denver, you can't count out ever. And I think Minnesota currently is just an also-ran. We'll get in the playoffs. We might win a round, but then we're going home. That's my opinion right now, unless you can change your mindset. Tell me I'm wrong.
I wouldn't say
you can't.
I mean, it's the past 2 years. Look at the past 2 years. Everyone's like, you got this team. You're not going to win them. And then turns out we win them.
And you get to the Western, and then you're out. Okay, I understand how this works. I got to go. I'm out of time. Garrett, love having you on the program, my friend. We'll see you again next week, all right?
All right, thanks, Don.
Happy New Year. You bet.
Happy New Year.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others